Hello, this is GWiz, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the difference between a maxed out account and a beginner account for Rakion. So basically, I'm going to be using Frost Lava Armor, which is 3 out of 5 stars in terms of stats. You have Gold Armor that it's only 1 out of 5 and 2 out of 5. But this particular cash armor will show you the huge difference that you're going against, and why this armor is so much better than Spartan armor. Is because of just sheer amounts of stats. If you look at the stat distribution for the archer, it'll max out at 604.8 for both health and armor. That means that this armor, without even having to invest nearly as much into health points and armor, is able to outdo you. And more or less, these accounts have 1200 to like 1500 health points, and your attack power is usually not much higher than 200. That is why it's so difficult to fight against these characters. Now, this ninja had less than that. It's about 100 power. But still, I digress.
Alright, so I have a lot to catch up with you guys on with this archer. I've been testing it out for a little while, and as it turns out, I managed to max out the energy and armor stat, which teaches me quite a lot about how to build this character. And as you can see from these two builds that I have here, I have ice cream only. This needs to be able to show you the point I'm trying to make. All right, as you can see here, with that stat point at 75, the armor stat is at 603.5, which means this one actually has not maxed out. But the other armor is maxed out with 100 stat points in. So that means that the maximum energy and armor stat is 604.8. So 604.8 is the max armor stat. And honestly, I would probably want to also point out that the movement speed caps out at 10.3, and the cell points also maxed out at 26,680. The velocity of attack maxes out at 117.24, and I have yet to know the limit of the attack power. I think the attack power has a much higher limit because it's basically still unknown what the limit is exactly. For range attack, grip, special, basic, my guess is somewhere around 400, but I haven't hit that yet. I have to max out all of the armor to be able to see what the maximum actually is. And then once I can see what the maximum actually is, I can redistribute the stats and then have the best character in the game potentially for that particular class. I don't really know exactly what the stats would be, but as you can see here, between this one and the other archer account, that it does have its limits, which means I should actually remove the energy down to 50 or even less. It's possible if you have like SS HP gems or something all inside the armor, because HP maxes at a certain point, you can redistribute these stats into something else like cell destruction and just keep the armor stat points at 70-ish, I guess. I would also consider lowering it further because I still have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one that all need to go to plus 20. So without actually alright, so basically the difference between this and this is a difference of 4.5 for the 15, and then a total increase of 8 for the 20. That means you get 3.5 more stat points with that. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 20 items, but everything else is plus 15, then you do 6 times 3.5 to get the total missing stat points, which is like 20 points or so. So basically, I could, once everything is upgraded, I can actually lower the armor stat as low as 50 points. Right? That's pretty good. Just 50 to 55 points for armor. And I could probably have 0 energy invested if I invest in HP points. And that wouldn't be too bad. Then I can invest everything else into attack power. The alternative is sometimes people invest in cell destruction mostly. And you can put cell destruction gems in this armor, but ultimately, whether you put in HP gems or whether you put in cell destruction gems, the cell destruction gems are not going to increase your cell destruction more than just 5 for each crystal that you have inside. And you can only do 2 for each item. So that's 12 in total times 5 is just 60 points. I mean, I would rather just invest in HP because it's an SS. So you get the most stat points actually. And then each stat point you invest in cell destruction gives you a +1. So, in a sense, it makes sense to just boost HP by 12 for each one. That's 24 times 6, which is like 144. And that 144 is a lot. Okay? It means I can completely remove all of my energy stat points if I have that. If I did that, I wouldn't have anything invested in energy. I would just have 50 points invested in armor, because the armor would be so stacked that the stat points for the archer would be maxed, and that would result in maximum cell destruction, maximum special, maximum range, and that would be pretty good. I don't think that the archer really excels at doing basic attacks. So I would just leave that completely out 100%. Because all it does is swing a knife at you. And yeah, that could be really good for stun gripping, but later on everybody's got fear. And fear will just push you back if you try to do that. So it's not safe to engage with the archer at all. Instead, putting 100 points in cell destruction, 100 points in special, and 100 points in range would be excellent. Or at the very least, do 50 special, 50 cell destruction, 100 range, and then have 100 left over for, I don't know, something. Just filling in the gaps. I wouldn't really know exactly what this is, but yeah, I hope this was helpful. Like, subscribe if it was.